I suppose if relationships start with us, I meet a lot of guys who read this passage and go, yo, I'm looking for a girl who submit to me. And I hear these dudes, I go, yo, bro, but I wouldn't even submit to you. So the question is, fellas, can you be a man worth submitting to? Girls, you should turn up a little bit right there. This is your moment. Some of you girls are scared because you know I am coming for blood in a moment, but fellas, 3 questions tonight. Can you be a man who's worth submitting to? Because just because the Bible says it doesn't mean that you're a good candidate for it. Guys, can we please be men who are worth submitting to? This is the question I have to ask myself. I don't go, hey, Don Cherie, why don't you submit to me? No. I got to say, hey, Rich, are you displaying and living a life that's even worth submitting to? Question number 1, fellas. Can your love for her outweigh your lust for her? Ladies, you should cheer. You really should cheer. This is a fun Bible study night. This is a fun Bible study. I'm just going to give you some truth tonight. Guys, like if you're gonna be a man who's worth submitting to, your love is actually gonna have to outweigh your lust. I meet some guys, I'm like, yo, are you like, what are you? Are you a human or are you an animal? I remember a couple months ago, this poor kid, he walked into my office, about 17 years of age. He said, he's crying. You ever see people that cry so hard? Like, do you have asthma? What's going on? Pull yourself together. And he had just gotten his girlfriend pregnant. He came and he's crying. He said, Pastor Rich, I just don't know what happened. I said, what you mean you don't know what happened? I just don't know how it happened. I said, homie, let me tell you how it happened. There's some science involved with this, okay? What we have today is we have men who say they're in love, but really actually all they are is in lust. Love is a choice, lust is a feeling. And so many of us, we live according to our feelings instead of according to our convictions. When Don and I were first married, we went and bought a little puppy. My wife, she hates dogs, but I convinced her because she submits to me. No, I'm kidding. Take it off the tapes. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm scared. Okay, no, I'm kidding. And we got this Labrador. I'll never forget this Labrador. This Labrador was gorgeous. His name was Carter. And as Carter began to grow, at about a year of age, he was this big, huge 100-pound dog. But Carter, he was interesting because it didn't matter who you were. Didn't matter if you were tall. Didn't matter if you were short. Didn't matter if you were skinny. Didn't matter if you were fat. Didn't matter if you were black. Didn't matter if you were white. Didn't matter if you were male or female. If you had a leg, Carter was going to find that leg. Because he's an animal. And sometimes I counsel men, I'm saying, are you a human? Do you have a soul? Do you know how to make decisions? Or are you just gonna go off of every one of your feelings? The Bible says love is patient. If you can't wait to put a ring on her finger and to marry her, you might not actually be in love with her, you might just be in lust with her. We need men in 2015 that are gonna bring sexy back. To say, I'm not just trying to meet some standard on a page. I'm actually trying to go deeper. I want to be a man of purity. I'm not just going to lead and live out of lust. I'm going to walk this thing out because I am in love. If you believe it, somebody make a little bit of noise. Second question. Guys, are you leading her or are you forcing her? I don't know what it is, but I meet so many guys, and the last 8 years really being in full-time ministry, I get a chance, and our primary ministry has been to 20-somethings and 30-somethings. We do a Tuesday night service. About 7 years ago, it started with 12 people. It's grown to about 1,200 people now, and I've counseled people. I've watched people come into our ministry as teenagers and watch them start dating someone, get married, and so often I watch relationships, and I watch guys And what happens to a lot of guys is a lot of guys never take their rightful position in the relationship as a leader. And then they end up getting married to that person. And all of a sudden, after they get married, they're in the thing. And then one day it occurs to them, I've never been leading. Now they can't lead. And now all of a sudden they just begin to force. I want to speak to some men right now. You are called the priest of your home. Your job is to lead. Leadership is never forced. Leadership is always followed. The way you conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself. You are a man of God. Dude, if you can't make Friday night plans, how will you ever make a life plan? Babe, oh my goodness, babe, where should we eat? I don't know, wherever you want to go, Homie, stand up and lead. Because if you don't start leading now, what will happen is one day something's gonna kick in and you're gonna try to lead, but you've created a cycle and you've created a pattern where you've never led before, and ultimately you'll be reduced down to forcing her. And it's not biblical. It's not healthy. It's not sexy. It's not of God. God has called you to lead. Are you leading her or are you forcing her? Third question I have for you tonight, men. Can you please be a man worth submitting to? Is, are you protecting her or are you possessing her? Ladies, feel free. Come on, that's your last one right there. It's there's not like a big debate here that men are physically stronger than women. I mean, God has made you stronger for a reason, but He's given you strength, not that you would possess that girl, but rather that you would protect that girl. That's why God has made you stronger. It's not to flex your muscles and to force. It's to protect her, not possess her. Sometimes I meet guys, and the way they talk about their girlfriend, their fiance, their wife, it's as if it's like their property. Like, yo, that's my girl. What homie, did you make her? No. Well, then she ain't yours. If you made her, make another one. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't make her, did you? Your job is to protect her. Protect her how? Well, protect her for sure, physically. When I got married to Dawn Shree, I'm not the biggest dude up here, you know what I'm saying? But like, yo, after I said, girl, till death do us part, I don't care who you are. You try messing with my girl, I'll freak out. I'll cut you. I don't know. I'll bite you. I'll find a high heel, put it through your neck. You don't know me. You want to get to her, you got to go through me. I'm going to die trying. Hey. God's made me stronger to protect her, not just physically, but emotionally. Some of you men that are married right now, your job is to be a rock emotionally. Sometimes I see men, it's just like they just project every little problem onto their wife. No. Sometimes you have to understand that your job is to be strong, and it's to shelter her and protect her. How about this? Your job is to protect her spiritually. If you've never prayed for her or prayed with her, how on earth could you ever lead her? We are called as men to be the priest of our home, to lead in our marriages. And Paul is saying, wives, please submit to your husbands. Yet before a wife will ever submit, we have to find a man who is worth submitting to. And maybe you're a man in this place and you're single. Why don't you start asking yourselves questions every day? Am I living my life with love in my heart, or am I living my life with lust in my heart? Am I leading or am I forcing? Am I protecting or am I possessing? I love it because Paul flips the script. He says, hey fellas, you are to love your wife like Christ loved the church.